Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So just to clarify with yesterday's video, when I'm talking about support and resistance, I know there was one part where somebody was kind of confused with me saying supply at a point. And so what I just wanted to show you guys was that support, resistance, supply, and demand are kind of two interchangeable ways that you can talk about these zones. So when I'm talking about resistance and supply, that's the one at the top. After a bull run up, you meet resistance, or you could call it also a supply zone, versus demand or support. So support after a downtrend, you fall into a demand zone or a level of support. So supply and resistance is the one at the top. Demand and support is the one at the bottom. To try to keep it all organized in your brains, I know the TA stuff is not that easy, guys, so I just want to try to make it as easy for you guys as possible. Today, though, we're going to be talking a little bit about this clearinghouse payments story that came out a few days ago. And is that what Bearable Guy's pointing to with regards to May 2019? Now, guys, this is ultimately not a Bearable Guy video. I just want to mention that. But for the haters, maybe I will say it is a Bearable Guy video just to get under your skin a little. Overwhelmingly, though, it's not a Bearable Guy video. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Ripple engagement. Now, this article is back from January 8th. Bank of America / Wells Fargo sends reps to engage Ripple leadership. Payment system partnership discussed. And so let me just read you a little bit of this. Something is brewing between Ripple Labs and a couple of massive financial institutions. Why and what, you may ask? They keep finding themselves in the same rooms together, meetup after meetup, conference call after conference call, and discussion after discussion, all surrounding payment systems that these institutions are considering implementing. Both Wells Fargo and Bank of America continue to have discussions with Ripple representatives concerning payment processing technology and potential partnerships. Other banks and financial firms have discussed the same with Ripple. MUFG Bank, Westpac, Standard Chartered, Banco Santander, American Express, Siam Commercial, and SBI. Clearly, Wells Fargo and Bank of America would be the biggest names and get for Ripple Labs as of yet. And so a lot of these names, especially the foreign names, are very well known. In articles before, us kind of just talking about Ripple partnerships over the last 12 months and beyond, 12, 18 months, let's say. But we really haven't heard much from the American banks. So Bank of America and Wells Fargo, these are big ones. Just going to go down here to the extent that Bank of America, Banco Santander, and others will use Ripple product line once it is launched and available for daily client and customer transactions also remains to be seen, but there aren't a dozen cryptocurrencies and blockchain firms having the kinds of conversations and building this type of architecture. So just wanted to draw your attention to that. Saw this article today on AMB Crypto, and it was basically the first part of this article is what I really want to focus on. But guys, I link all the articles in the description, so if you guys want to read further, you can. And ultimately, it points to let's read the first part here. So he's talking about Ripple and XRP will take over the US and the world one step at a time, disrupting the payments industry. So that's a pretty bold statement. If I start reading here, in its recent statement, Ripple announced that it has crossed more than 200 partnerships with financial institutions, banks, in over 40. Okay, we know all that. Ripple partnered with the D&H Corporation. This is where it starts to get interesting. A leading provider of technology solutions to financial institutions globally on October 11th, 2015. And so here's an article to that point here. D&H partners with Ripple to deliver innovative payment capabilities and to create foundation for future disruptive payment innovation. Back from October 12th, 2015. All right. It goes on to say a few months from this date, February 2016, D&H announced that it had successfully integrated blockchain distributed ledger technology into its global payment services offering. It further acknowledged that the solution with their platform called Global PAYplus, payments platform that helps financial institutions manage different payment types and currencies across national borders. So let's get on to the second point here. The Clearinghouse Payments Company, LLC, comes into the picture as it plans to reshape and upgrade a brand new payments infrastructure for the whole of the U.S. Clearinghouse Association and the Clearinghouse Payments Company, LLC, conduct business under the name The Clearinghouse. It is the oldest banking association and payments company in the United States. On June 17, 2017, D&H was acquired by Vista Equity Partners and combines with Missis, operating under the new name Finastra. Finastra revamped the Global PayPlus to Fusion Payments. So there's a lot of name changes here. And so some of these companies have morphed now into other companies. And so this person here is just trying to connect the dots just so you don't get confused, although I know it does sound confusing. Moreover, on December 5th, 2017, PNC, a top 10 US bank, went live on RTP, real-time payment. To make things more interesting, PNC is among the multiple partners that the clearinghouse has. So a lot of this information, I believe, was taken from this article here. The D&H Corporation and the Global PAYplus partnership with Ripple is bigger than we think. And so this guy kind of outlines this information, the same information here, right? Talking about Global PAYplus, fusion payments, so, you know, name changes, mergers, so on and so forth. Now, here comes the good stuff. Do a quick Google search on the Clearinghouse Payments Company. And so he does, and he has the list down here. And so what I did here was also looked up the Clearinghouse Payments Company on Wikipedia, and the Clearinghouse Payments Company is a US-based limited liability company formed by the Clearinghouse Association. PAYCO is a private sector payment system infrastructure that operates an electronic check clearing and settlement system, a clearinghouse, and a wholesale funds transfer system. And guys, you tell me if you don't recognize these names in their bank members list: Banco Santander, Bank of America, the Bank of New York Mellon, Bank of the Tokyo Mitsubishi Union Bank, BB&T, Capital One, Citibank, Comerica, Deutsche Bank, HSBC, JP Morgan Chase, KeyBank, PNC, Citizens Financials Group, Regions Bank, UBS, US Bank, Wells Fargo. Payments companies shared board seats, so from City National, Fifth Third Bank, First Citizens, and M&T. And so guys, a lot of these banks are heavy hitters in the United States. And so what this guy is pointing to, let's review the member banks of the Clearinghouse Company. So he does just that. Do any of these banks look like announced Ripple partners? Santander, yes. Bank of America, yes. And Bank of New York Mellon, yes. And the list goes on. So why does this all matter? And he puts it all together because the Clearinghouse is set up to offer real-time payments by 2020. But their go live date is set for Q2 2019. And so going back, I know, just touching on this a little, the sun is on May 2019. That would represent Q2 of 2019. And so Swift will be offering real-time payments offered by the Clearinghouse. Do you see where this is going? The world will be powered by Ripple. So guys, I just wanted to show you that information here. The Ripple behemoth is just getting bigger and bigger. Makes me happy that I stocked up on my XRP while the prices are still low. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.